I did it 2 times because I failed it the first time and then I did it again. But that's besides the point. It wasn't hard at all. If you're home right now and you don't have your license yet, why do you not have your license yet? Bonjour. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Janique and this is a touch of Janique where I share my life as an international student in Canada, most specifically Prince Edward Island, aka PEI. Today we're going to talk all about getting your driver's license because a girl is fully licensed. I've been licensed since October and I want to talk to y'all about the process. There's a lot of benefits to having your driver's license, not just to drive a car obviously, but like you don't have to bring your passport all around. You have an ID, so you don't have to bring your passport everywhere, which is not safe. That's what I used to do. And yeah, you just get that. And why would you not want your driver's license? At your big age, you should get your license. Let me tell you, the process of getting your license in Canada is very different than in the Caribbean. When I was in Cayman Islands, that's where I got my license. I only had to do my written test and then I did my road test. I think that's all you had to do. There was no waiting period or nothing. You just do your written test and when you feel ready, you go do your road test. I know it's like the same in Jamaica. I think that's about to change in Jamaica, but that was the same way. And I assume that's the same way it is all over the Caribbean. There's usually not a waiting period. In Canada, there is a waiting period. So overall, when you decide to go get your license, you have to book a written test or your learner's test to get your class 7 in PEI. I think it's class 7 in PEI. You have to get that. And I'm talking, all this license I'm talking about is for a regular car like a sedan or an SUV or something. I'm not talking about bike and tractor. I don't know about that, so you're gonna have to do your own research. Just sorry. You have to book a test. For here, you go to Access PEI, and I'm guessing that's what they call it in other provinces, probably like Access Nova Scotia, Access blah blah blah. Anyways, you go to those places, you go to Access PEI and you tell them you want to book a road test. If you have a license from your home country, you still got to do the learners here and you still got to do the road test. That's if you're not from one of the designated countries, like if you're not from the US or like, you know, those big countries like England, you know, those, yeah. If you're not from one of those bigger countries, then you gotta do everything back over. You gotta do the road test, you gotta do the written test, all of that. First, I'm gonna talk about if you do not have your license from your home country and you come over here with no license, which I do not recommend. If you're home right now and you don't have your license yet, why do you not have your license yet? Stop this video and go book your appointment and do your road test. Not your road test, your written test, because you need to get your license. It makes it so much easier, it makes it so much simpler, and I highly recommend you get your license before coming to Canada. Okay, all right, let's get back. If you do not have your license, you gotta go to the Access PEI. You gotta book a written test, which is probably, I think it was like $20. You have to book a written test, and that's just a multiple choice kind of thing. Oh my gosh, when I did the written test in Cayman, we just did it on a computer and it wasn't hard at all. I did it 2 times because I failed it the first time and then I did it again, but that's besides the point. It wasn't hard at all. And then when I came here, I was concerned because why was I doing the multiple choice on pen and paper, like pencil and paper, like, you know, when you're in school and you have to shade it? Yeah, it was given that. No. Why would you do that? Why would it not be on the computer? It wasn't hard here either. You just have to study the handout, which you can get it for free. You don't have to buy it. Go on the government website, the government of PEI website. There is a copy of the book that you can download in PDF form, and that's free. But if you want to get a physical copy, you have to pay for it, which I still don't think. I think it's like $20 probably. I don't know, because I wasn't gonna pay for it. I was gonna download it on the PDF, and that was that. So if you don't have your license, you gotta go get the written test booked and study all of that. Like I said, it's not hard. You study the thing, remember, don't panic. It's super easy. I failed it one time too. I had to do it 2 times. It's so easy. I had to do it 2 times. It's actually not hard. It's just I suck at multiple choice and I'm an overthinker. That's a bad combo right there. I suck at multiple choice even in school. I'd rather write it and the teacher makes sense, like pick sense out of nonsense or something, because having to say only this one is correct, yeah, because I shall overthink the answer and I'm going to select the wrong one every time. The only reason why I failed, because I studied the things, all the things that I knew that were on the test, they were in the book or the handout thingy. So when I did it again, I made sure I read the questions and don't overthink, or I tried not to overthink that much, and then I passed it. It was $20 for the test. If you fail it one time, you don't have to pay again. They just rebook you. You don't have to pay again, which is good, because if it was when I failed it in game and I had to pay again to do it again. But I did it again and I passed. Yay me. Okay, so if you don't have your license after you pass your written test, here's what happens. You have to wait for 1 full year, 365 days or 366 if it's a leap year. You have to wait for a whole year before you can do your road test. So you don't think you can come here, do your written test, and then do your road test almost immediately. No, absolutely not. I don't mean to burst your bubble. I mean, I like bursting your bubble, but no, you can't just do that. You gotta wait a year. The only way you can get out of waiting a year is if you go through a driving school. And if you go through a driving school, it will lower it from 365 days to 275. So you still gotta wait. It's just gonna be a little bit shorter. So you have to go through driving school and do it for 275. The thing with driving school is that that's expensive. And I wouldn't recommend it unless you don't know how to drive at all and you don't have anyone to teach you. Then definitely go to driving school, but if you already know how to drive and all of that, then probably just take lessons with someone. I took lessons with someone just to get familiar with the Canadian roads and to know the test route and stuff, and that was like $30 an hour. So you can do lessons like that. Like I was saying, driving school can be very expensive, and when I did research on it, the average price was $699 to $1,099. So that's Canadian. So $699 to $1,099. So that's the average to do the driving school. All of them range in that price range. So it's quite expensive. Well, at least for me, I wasn't paying all of that for driving school. I'm sorry. Especially since I'm a shutter driver. No, it wasn't happening. But if you don't know how to drive like Jetty, then you should definitely sign up for driving school. Okay, so you don't have your license, you book your written test, you pass your written test, you decide to either wait out the 1 year or you went through the driving school and you're doing 275. By the way, during the driving school you have to do like module and courses and stuff like that. Through the driving school you can do your written test with them too, and you do your road test with the driving school. But if you don't go through the driving school, you do your written test at Access PEI and you do your road test at Access PEI. Are you following? If you're not following, then drop a comment and I will explain it for you. And then after that you do your road test after the waiting period is done. If you go to the driving school, you're able to get a discount on your insurance. I don't know how much it is. Yeah, if you want the discount for your insurance, because you know insurance be high when you just get your license. I don't know, because I don't have a car yet, because I'm not paying how much I like for a car and insurance and all of that. I don't like having that much responsibility. I'm sorry, no, it's not happening. Yeah, you get a discount on your insurance. So if that's something you're interested in, then go ahead and do the driving school. Or if you can't drive like Jenny, then do the driving school. Let's talk about what I did. So for the people that have their license already in your home country, here's what you do when you come to PEI, and I think it's the same. I don't know if it's the same for the other provinces, but here's what you do when you come to PEI. You're gonna come here, you're gonna go to Access PEI, and you have to book a written test. The learner's test, you have to book one of those. Sorry to break it to you, you have to. So then you do the test again. You do the test, and don't be like me and fail the first time. Just pass it one time and done, because it's a waste of time. So and dates be scarce. You have to take a while to get dates. DVL, DVLL, DVLL. What the name again? Driver's license, department vehicle, DVDL, Department of Vehicle Drivers. Yeah, those places, that's always busy and always booked. So dates are scarce. And you pass your written test. You then have to do a course. It's called the Newcomers driving course, I think that's what it's called. And you have to do that. But the thing with that is it's quite easy. It's nothing like the driving school, so you don't have to take a while. It literally is a 5-hour presentation. I think it can be split in 2, or you just do one. I didn't have the option to split mine, it was just one. So it's basically you go at this building, they tell you where to go, and you and a bunch of other people, you're sitting there and you have to sit down for 5 hours to watch a PowerPoint presentation. It was boring at some point, but yeah, that presentation was just to get familiar with like some of the rules of the road, Canadian driving etiquette, all of that, you know, those things. That's what was in the presentation. And then after your presentation is done, they cut your learners that you got from Access PEI, and they cut it and they give you a yellow paper. You have to take that yellow paper now back to Access PEI. You don't have to wait for a while. You just take it to Access PEI and they book you, and you can book your road test, because you have to do the road test again. The only thing having your license saves you from is waiting the 1 year or waiting the 275 days. And it also, like when you come, if your license is valid, you can drive on it while it's valid, so you don't have to rush to get your license if your license is not gonna expire for a while. But my license was gonna expire, so I was like, let me just do the process now and done, even though I had no intention of getting a car or nothing, but I had to just finish it and done. Have your license from your home country, unlike Jetty, then you can book your written test and then you do the course. I think it's a 1 month wait between the test and the course. The only reason for this is because you have to wait for the learners to print and ship to you, which takes about a month. So once you get your learners and you do the course thingy, and then after the course thingy, you can book your road test almost immediately. Like if you leave the meeting 5 o'clock, 5:01, you can book your test. And then you do your road test and you get your license, which is what I did. So I have my G, which my graduate license is kind of limited. Not really limited like in the learners. I can only travel with one more person, I think. That's not in my household. And I have a curfew, but that don't affect me because a girl not driving. No, and don't plan to. So yeah, that's what you do if you have your license. And if you don't have your license, I think I gave you guys a clear explanation of the process for both. Bear in mind that the pictures that they take is very ugly, and it's in black and white, so that just add to it. And I was roasted severely for my picture. Like I remember my WhatsApp contacts saying I looked like that the picture looked like it was a mugshot. They take the picture and they don't even say, hey, look at this, do you like it? No, they just say snap and gone. And then they print this ugly picture so they can get. I was given very much mugshot, and I am ashamed to pull that out, but at least I have my G. Yeah, I hope that covers everything that you guys had about driving in PEI and getting your driver's license. And if you have any more questions, drop a comment down below. I'll get back to you pretty much immediately. I respond faster in the comments than I do on Instagram. That's kind of weird. So if you have a question, drop a comment. Give me a like, share the video, and subscribe if you want to. Bye.